Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Sushil, your host. So in this module, we are going to continue with the topic of electric charges in field. So today's module, we are going to learn what do we mean by electrification. So we have an important term, something called as electrification. Now what's electrification? Please understand. So electrification is the process of charging the body. I repeat once again, electrification is the process of charging the body. Now, initially the body will be neutral. Am I right? So there is no kind of charge in the body. But now in order to produce that charge, the process is basically called as electrification. Now we have three basic process or three different methods of electrification. The first one is nothing but charging by friction. Now, what is charging by friction? Let me explain you guys. Just listen, it's very, very simple. When two bodies are rubbed against each other, so when you rub two bodies against each other, electrons are transferred from one body to another. Yeah. So when basically we rub two bodies against each other, there is a body which loses electron. Okay. So electrons are transferred from one body to the other. Now we have already studied if a body loses electron, then what happens to that body? The body becomes positively charged. Yes or no? Yeah. So if a body loses electron, we have already studied if a body loses electron, then the body becomes positively charged. And if any body gains electron, then the body becomes negatively charged. So we have already understood that concept. We have already studied those things. So I hope you have understood what do you mean by charging by friction. Yeah. So when you rub two bodies against one another, what happens is electrons are being lost by one body. Okay. So the body which loses electron, it becomes positively charged, and the body which gains electrons becomes negatively charged. I hope you're clear with that concept. Yeah. So, for example, if I have to give you an example, so when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, yeah, when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, the glass rod acquires a positive charge and the silk acquires a negative charge. We have seen all this in our previous module. So in case if you haven't seen this or if you haven't clear with this concept, please watch module number 3. Yeah, please watch module number 3. Yeah. So I can give you one more example. When a plastic rod is rubbed with a cat's fur, the plastic rod acquires negative charge and the cat's fur acquires positive charge. So I hope you guys are clear with the first concept. That's nothing but charging by friction. Now let's move ahead. We have something called as the second method, that's charging by conduction. Now what is charging by conduction? Please understand in a simple way, I'll tell you. Now here what happens is an uncharged conductor, I repeat once again, an uncharged conductor can be charged by bringing it in contact with a charged body. So an uncharged conductor can be charged by bringing it in contact with a charged body. Now please remember one important thing. The charge acquired by the uncharged body is of same nature as that of the charging body. So if I have brought a positive charge close to the uncharged body, then the final charge on the uncharged body will be positive. They acquire the same charge. Very, very important concept this is. They acquire the same charge. And this process is basically called as charging by conduction. So now let's understand. So for example, you can see that charging an uncharged object by conduction. Now we have a charged conductor A, yeah, on an insulating stand. Now what I do is I bring an uncharged conductor B. Now please understand this conductor A, you can see that it is positively charged, and this conductor B does not have any kind of charge. Now the concept what I have taught you, according to that concept, please understand body B will also have positive charge at the end. Are you getting the concept? Body B also will acquire the same charge as that of charge of body A. Please keep this thing in your mind. So now you can see that now when they are basically brought in contact, yeah, when they're basically brought in contact, please understand there is something called as separation of charges taking place. Yeah. So there is a distribution of charge which is going to take place. And you can see that now slowly body B is also becoming positively charged. Are you understanding the concept? In simple words, please understand, my dear students, charging by conduction is nothing but a process where an uncharged body is charged by bringing in contact with a charged body, and the charge acquired by the uncharged body is of the same nature of the charged body. That's it. That's it. So I hope you're clear with the concept. Okay, so now when I separate those two bodies, so both body A and body B are having the same charge. That's nothing but positive charge. Yeah, so I hope the concept is clear. So same way, if I bring a negative charge, say that body A was negatively charged, then the final body B will also have a negative charge in there. I hope you are clear with the concept. Okay, now we have something called as charging by induction. So now what is charging by induction? Please understand. Now here what happens is, when a charged body is placed near an uncharged insulated conductor, charges of opposite polarity are produced. Please understand. Now in this case, if I have to tell you, say that body A was positive, we understood that in conduction, body B also becomes positive. But here what happens is, it is of opposite charge. If body A was positive, body B will become negative this time. So there's a change in the polarity. Please understand. Yeah, so let's understand the example. So initially I have body A. I can see that, you can observe that once again, when I brought a charged body, that is body B is negatively charged. Please understand, what happens is separation of charges takes place. So positive charges come closer to this end, which is closer to the negative one, and the negative charges go to the other end. Now, if you observe, what we are going to do here is, we are going to ground. We have already studied what is grounding. Again, in our module number 3, module number 2, you can refer it. Grounding is nothing but sharing the excess charges to the surface of the earth. Yeah. So now we are grounding those excess charge. Now you can see that body A has become positively charged. I hope you can understand this concept. See, in conduction, body A was positive, body B was positive. Now in induction, you can see that body B is negative, whereas body A is positive. And one important thing is, we have not brought these bodies in contact. I hope you're understanding this concept. So same way, when we do it for the other case, yeah, so you can see that now body A is completely positively charged. Now, when I do it for the other case, that is, I've taken now positive charge over here. So I am sure now you can give me the answer. So what is the charge on body A, my dear students, if you have to tell me the answer? I repeat, in the previous case, body B was negative, so body A got positive. Now, body B is positive, which means body A will be, I guess I can hear those answers, body A will be negative. Yeah, so body A will have negative charges in there. So you can see that body A has become negatively charged. Yeah, so I hope you are clear with this concept, my dear students. I hope you're clear with this module. You're clear with those concepts of something called as electrification and the methods of electrification, or the process of electrification. So the first one is charging by friction. The second one is charging by conduction, and the third one is charging by induction. So I hope the concepts are clear. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this module, and thank you so much. I've got a lot of good response from all of you. Yeah, got a good comments over there. So please do share the video, do like the video, and in case of any doubts you have, please comment on the comment box so that I can rectify your doubts. Please feel free to comment. Please feel free to share, like the video, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Stay safe, stay home, and happy learning to all of you. Take care. Thank you.